What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto.
Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:36 in the morning. Crack of dawn and now I'm yawning. Where's my pen? See who's this paging me and why. By the way, if you're not hold on. If you're not retweeting or reposting this stream, if you're not sharing this on TikTok, if you ain't sharing this on YouTube, if you ain't calling your grandmother, if you ain't calling your ex, if you ain't calling your friends, your best friend, your cousin's best friend from the block, if you ain't calling your local bodega store, if you ain't calling the Chinese restaurant, letting them know that the Breakdown episode 747 is on, what the fuck is wrong with you? Suit's back on. That's right. Suit's back on. Even though I'm hurting, I'm absolutely fucking hurting. Okay? I'm hurting. If you ain't calling your local radio station and letting them know that DG is on the microphone right now, are you really a fan? Are you really serious? I'm training for Iron Man in Sparta. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:36 in the morning. You know what? You know what? If I play it, I'll get taken down. I'm having these conversations with TikTok. One TikTok team member said, "Hey, we apologize for everything that's going on. Your account looks great. You've done great. And don't worry, continue on." And then I explained, well, will I still face these, limited visibility things that keep hitting me? So then another team member came on and said, "You need to go ahead and read the TOS. I'm like, terms of service, what the hell are we talking about? This overlay, it's mine, is designed by my team. The ads are designed by my team, and they're authorized by my sponsors." Who the fuck is this paging me at 5:36 in the morning, crack of dawn, and now I'm yawning? crack the coal out my eye to see who's paging me. What the fuck? I forgot. Wow, this is disrespectful. Yeah, Todd, I'm going. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm excited because this is the first time that I really haven't fucking injured myself. I don't get injured a lot, but like the last time that I tried to do this, it was just like, yo, I remember I was playing basketball. I went up for a fucking layup on two people, and I landed right on my fucking ankle, man. No, yo, I swear to God, when I landed on that ankle, I thought I broke that ankle, bro. I thought I broke my fucking ankle. I landed on it, and I'm like, I didn't even have, like, nothing came out. Like, if I wanted to say fuck, like, it didn't come out. It was an internal fuck. Like, but this year, knock on wood, it's been good. Everything's been good, and I hope to do extremely well. Yeah, you ever had one of those things? We all been there, where like, you know, like you fucking hurt yourself, and it's just like the scream doesn't come out. It's just, it's one of those. I never broke any. I want to say I never broke. I never broke like a. I never broke my leg, and knock on wood, or anything like that. But I've always played extreme sports, physical sports. I played football and I played hockey. Hockey, number one, football, number two. So, I mean, like, and in Brooklyn, you know, listen, anybody who grew up in Brooklyn, New York City, stand up right now. Because, I mean, thinking about it, playing basketball in Brooklyn, like, it's kind of like football. It is kind of like fucking football playing basketball in Brooklyn, New York City, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island. I don't know who goes to Staten Island, but whatever. Queens. I probably came out with more bruises playing basketball in the city than I did playing hockey or football. And I played point guard and shit. But you know how it is, man. I loved going for the rebounds and shit, and you're going in with motherfuckers that are 7'11". I played on the Upper East Side. I played in Queens, Brooklyn. Like, again, I can run it down. Yeah, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I was motivated by one of my friends that I met on crypto Twitter. And we'll talk about crypto Twitter because crypto Twitter is back. Algorithm is back. One of my favorite players was Dennis Rodman. And, you know, watching Dennis Rodman, especially when he was on the Bulls, obviously he was on the Spurs and the Pistons, whatever, but watching him on the Bulls, you know, everybody wanted to catch a rebound like Dennis Rodman. Growing up, you wanted to be Dennis Rodman. So, or I should say, in terms of playing style on the court. By the way, yeah, so I was saying that one of my friends who I met on here, who I happened to meet on here, she's going for the Ironman, and like she's doing big things, and like she really motivated herself to do things that are out of her comfort zone, and I love seeing it. I really do love seeing it. I should bring her on the show one time. But it motivated me to
to start doing like to like go for the Ironman, like do it. Because I quit on that for like a few months because I said like I can't get through these fucking ridiculous injuries I'm fucking getting, man. Like out of nowhere, and it's not due to age. It's like I'm just fucking being clumsy, or I'm overworking myself. That's the craziest part is like when you overwork. Like, hey, you do 4 sets of 12. I'm out here doing fucking 4 sets of 12. Then I'm gonna do 4 sets of 12 of the same exercise, 2 a days. I'm like, what am I doing? Anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm when I say I'm training and I'm working out, and those are 2 different things. That's exactly what I'm doing. So hopefully, knock on wood, everything goes my way. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Shout out to you guys. We'll talk about memes and why they matter. I put that out there today. I put out a few posts today about why memes matter, and I can read it out here. Essentially, why if I was building a project, why I would want to hire somebody to be the head of memes to bring the meme economy to my blockchain. See, I don't understand this. Like, I'm a Bitcoiner. I respect Ethereum, whatever. I respect all the big dogs. They need to hire people, not Bitcoin, but per se, but I'm saying the rest need to hire somebody who understand the memes. They really need like I put the label out there, head of memes. Or head of culture. It could be head of memes, head of culture, whatever it is. And that person, let them be the front-facing person for your project. Because you want to bring the meme economy onto your chain. Like you want the meme economy to be on your chain. You do. Because like when I can sit here, because I've been here for years, I can sit here and listen to some of these things that are stated by the founders and builders of certain projects and understand it. I understand it. But the normie that's coming into this space doesn't get it. So you saying, hey, like, look what we have done. We invented and we've put ZK rollup in it and the parachute chains. And now nobody understands what the fuck you're saying. Not a single person that is coming into into this space, into crypto, understands what the fuck a parachute chain or fucking ZK rollup. Like, they don't understand this. I don't know how many times I have to say this. They don't understand any of this shit. And you guys refuse to reinvent yourselves. You're like old dogs would refuse. Obviously, they refuse to learn new tricks kind of thing. And then you get mad at chains like Solana. You get mad at Solana because they saw an opportunity to go ahead and onboard an economy that was being shitted on. Let's call it for what it is. I respect Vitalik, but Vitalik has dropped the fucking ball when it comes to the meme culture. He's come out and said memes are dog shit. Essentially, that's what he said. Yet, it's crazy how the meme economy was it was given to Ethereum. Ethereum didn't have to work for the meme economy at all. It was given to them. You could have came out and just did things to allow the meme economy to grow on Ethereum, but you didn't. You consistently came out and you shat on it. Any chance that you got, you put memes down. It's dumb. It was the stupid, because those are your future clients. Eventually, people grow up in the memes. And they become serious investors, or in terms of like getting into serious products. And they can also learn about how a chain works and how does crypto work in general. They become your future clientele.
You push them away. And then you're scratching your heads. Why is everybody going to Solana? Well, because Solana is literally catering to the meme economy. While building real products, while Solana builds real products, and they build them in a way kind of like your Instagrams, kind of like your social media apps. They make it really easy. And the design, the visual design is pleasing. They cater to their future clientele, which will grow up. I'm not talking about the broccoli heads. I'm talking about the memers will eventually grow up and they will use these products and then they will somehow connect with institutions. Look how institutions jumped on Solana. You would have never thought that institutions would get into Solana. Now they're building on Solana, or they want to build on Solana. You got SBI making a partnership deal with Solana. Why? Because SBI realizes there is a fucking community, an audience on Solana, a youthful one too. That's why I'm disappointed with Bitcoin. You got Bitcoiners fucking happy about taking away ordinals and runes when you should be embracing. Don't come out here and say you can build, you don't need all these other blockchains. You can build everything you want on Bitcoin. And then when people build on Bitcoin, you come up with these provisions to take it away. It's the dumbest thing. This is what I talked about with Bitcoin marketing, Bitcoin branding. This is it. To go ahead and alienate a group that uses Bitcoin to purchase these items, to alienate them, to dog them, pun intended, not realizing this is actually good for Bitcoin, not a bad thing, it's good for Bitcoin. It's crazy. It's absolutely insanity. Insanity. So the old guard wants to drop the ball. The old guard wants to drop the ball while the new cats in town, they realize if I built the blockchain, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell every single meme project and every single memer to come use my chain. We will also incentivize projects, real projects, to build on the chain. Incentivize real projects to build on the chain. Do you know why? Because long term, it benefits the chain. Somebody asked me, why is there this distaste for memes? Because a lot of people look at memes and they see nothing but gambling. Now, I can go two ways with this. There are things that come out that are just pure gambling. Scratch-off tickets, meaningless. They're not even memes. So we can have that discussion. But then there are memes. There is culture being put on chain. There are people that relate with these memes. And these people don't know how to separate that. And it's funny, the same people that don't like memes use these memes when they hypothetically want to go ahead and leave a comment for somebody. They use a certain meme, not realizing that they are memers by heart. I mean, it's funny, Bitcoin started off as a meme. I don't give a shit what anybody says, controversial, but it was a meme because when I would mention Bitcoin to somebody, they'd laugh. Bitcoin schmickcoin, that's what they would say. I'm not saying one of these memes is going to be Bitcoin. All I'm saying is Everything starts as like, I mean, do we frown on Fortune 50, Fortune 500 companies that use memes, literally use memes in their commercials for their companies? Do I have to mention Geico Gecko again? Geico literally uses a gecko. It's a meme. Ronald McDonald represents McDonald's. When you think of McDonald's, you think of Ronald McDonald. It's a meme. Flo from Progressive, she's a meme. People dress up like her on Halloween. It's a meme. Do memes right now have any intrinsic value? No. Maybe one day. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, people are building on Dogecoin. Who's to say that won't happen with others? I don't know. Maybe Pepe one day, it builds its own chain or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. Shit could happen. You have an audience. If you have an audience, well, how many people are in Pepe? Over fucking 4 million? 4 million people are holding Pepe. 3 million hold Shiba Inu, or 4 million, or whatever. Dogecoin, millions of people hold Doge. That's an audience. That's a fucking audience. And then all the protocols come out here and talking about I hate memes or I can't take this seriously. What do you? So how are you bringing people to your protocol? Because I've watched here for years. How are you bringing people to your protocol? You have nobody that understands the fucking culture. When you explain how your fucking protocol works, nobody understands. You need somebody like me that understands, that can break it down in layman's terms to tell everybody what the fuck it's all about. Polkadot is a great protocol. You know why nobody uses this? It's the fucking name. Polkadot, the name. And like nobody understands it. Nobody understands the use case. Great. Gavin, who was a part of building Ethereum, is in. Great. He's the founder. He's the creator. Awesome. I don't understand a fucking word being said. I don't know what the fuck he means by fucking parachutes and all. That's the response you get back from normies. How do you get people into these chains? You bring the meme economy over. Listen, you bring the NFTs over. How many protocols do we have out here? And by the way, I love it. We built something real. Really? Is it working outside of the industry? What real partnerships do you have? Don't tell me about your front-facing easy partnership with Amazon. Tell me what real partnership you have that you've had your protocol break outside this industry and actually helped solve an issue in the real world. Go ahead, because I can only name a few that have done that. So go ahead. So you want to push away memes and you want to tell me that your protocol is amazing. You can't explain it. And if it takes you more than an hour to explain it, you've lost the plot. You know why? Because you live in a generation now that wants to pick up this phone. They want to slide up, okay? Slide up. They want to tap on an app and they want to get right on it. They don't want to go through a whole tutorial on how it was made, what coding language, what version of Python. Like nobody wants to hear none of that. I mean, seriously, what you've created could probably be created by Claude Fable, the unrestricted version, in like 3 minutes. You're upset. You know what the crazy part is? You're upset with culture. That's what you're really mad about. You're mad with culture.
And you don't incentivize these projects to come onto your platforms. So these platforms, why would they even go on if they're not incentivized? You guys have raised billions of dollars, you have millions of dollars, and you're not listening. And you don't know the pulse of the crowd. You really don't. If you, I'm telling you right now, I swear to God, if I ran one of these chains, if I was like the head of culture, I'm talking about we're sitting at like a $50 billion market cap easy, because I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to the dopest fucking memes out here, and I'm saying, listen, let's work together. I'd want you on my chain. Okay, let's figure out some incentives here. And you know how to define the real fucking chains or the real projects out here, especially if you have your pulse to the ground. If you have your ear to the ground, excuse me. If you're here long enough, you do appreciate the tech. I appreciate the tech. Like, I really do. I love the tech. But like a lot of you, well, I have a chain. Well, great. That dude has the same chain as you, and you're doing the same thing. Now what? How are you separating yourself from this guy? I kind of think of like the automotive industry. I mean, everybody can make a Honda and Toyota, but how do you separate? How do you become a Ferrari, Lamborghini? How do you become a? You understand? Like, how do you get there? There's nothing wrong with a Honda or Toyota. I'm just saying, how do you elevate? Welcome to the breakdown. If you're not resharing this, if you're not resharing this stream on TikTok, on YouTube, on X, by the way, shout out to everybody. I mean, now we see people. I see people again. I feel like I see dead people. No, but I see people. Honestly, I don't think all my people that follow me are back, but now I think more people that followed me are seeing my posts, and that is a beautiful thing. That is absolutely amazing. Shout out to X, and hopefully it continues to improve. Landy did say something that I thought about. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. He said, I'll tell you what he said. He said, Landy said, no one actually left, but the algo made everyone disappear. That's a scary lesson in that. There's a scary lesson in that. I thought, like, shout out to Landy. I thought that was crazy. If you think about it, because I've been feeling like I've been shadow banned forever. Well, I felt like, yo, honestly, the way I was feeling, I was like, you know what? Maybe people just hate crypto so bad that half the audience left. All this time they were here. We just couldn't see each other. That was 100% a fire post by Landy. We're going to talk about memes this week. We're going to definitely talk about memes. I'm bull posting. Let me say something. I think I'm bull posting harder than anybody. So if you take offense to that, good. I think I am bull posting harder than everybody. 100%. I have no doubt about it. I'm literally bull posting my ass off. I will say this now. I don't give a fuck what anybody says and who says otherwise.
I am the OG of memes. You cannot take that shit away from me. You know why you can't take the shit away from me? Because I was one of the first to talk about the memes when it wasn't popular. So I am not only the OG looks maxer without taking a hammer to his face, still looking like the youngest in this place, even with my beard. But I'm like the OG memer. Like, who the fuck? Like, who was there with me when the memes were popping? Or weren't popping, I should say. Weren't a thing. Weren't exciting to go ahead and... Y'all don't... You can't even come... It's time... It's time stamped. Like, you could say, nah, bitch. But at the end of the day, it's time stamped. And there is nothing, and there is absolutely nothing you can say to disprove that. You guys are crazy. I was thinking about this. And I said this yesterday. The audacity to fade me. Which I hate saying. But yeah, the audacity to fade me, a Jew. The OG memer. To fade me. Where I've been a part of projects as a market participant early on. These things went to millions and billions. And yet here you are thinking that I can't do the same for me? Y'all gonna be very disappointed. I'm gonna tell you right now, people gonna be absolutely disappointed, but very angry with themselves. And they're gonna take out their anger with me. They'll be like, oh my God, it's... Shut your mouth. Welcome to the breakdown, by the way. Title sponsor Midnight. Fridays, catch me going to Midnight City. I already go into Midnight City, but catch me here on Fridays going into Midnight City. That's right. Shout out to Midnight. Shout out to Polymarket. Polymarket, the official prediction market sponsor of the DG brand. Cake Wallet. Shout out to Vic. Shout out to Seth. Shout out to the entire team. Shout out to their new product. And I'm not paid for this. Radar Chat, which I see is getting into a lot of hands. I even got people that I know getting into it. Thank you for that solution. I'm still waiting for Landy to send me over 3,000 Bitcoin. He's a lying bitch. Lying ass bitch. That's what you are. And you can stay in the fucking green room. You know why? Because my monitor's working today. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Shout out to Finance Freedman. Shout out to all the fucking content creators that are out there working. We could all be friends in the media circle. I don't see myself as a content creator, again, a media personality. We can all be friends, even though we work for different stations. I got people in my DMs asking me if they can fucking sponsor the show. I don't got enough room. I don't got enough room. I'll be on tonight, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Besides Landy having his 9 p.m. show, go on there breaking down the macro horoscopes, looking into his crystal ball.
wearing his pajamas, eating a bowl of cereal, drooling. He'll be breaking down the markets at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 8 p.m., though, you can catch me sitting and not being able to say a word with Rob Nelson on the Rob Nelson Show. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should we bring on the puppet? I was about to say something. Yo, I caught myself. Holy fuck. I caught myself. I really did catch my fucking self. What is this? The fuck is this? Oh. I caught myself just now. I caught myself. I was about to say something and I fucking... I don't think people want it as bad as me, though. Like, I don't really think people want it as bad as me. There's no way. There's no way. I'm way too hungry. I'm way too hungry. I'm way too hungry. Look at this. The chat's not even energized today. The chat's not even energized. Y'all didn't even go. Let me see this. Let me see how bad you want this shit. Hold on. Let's fucking see how bad you want this. Let's see. Let's fucking look. You fucking guys took all this shit. Let's see this. Y'all took all this shit. What is this? What is this? Day 17. And I only have 334 followers. What is this? This is how bad y'all want this? This is how bad y'all want this shit? Y'all don't want it like me. You do not want it like me. You know what? As I work out, I'm like, I scream that David Goggins shit. Who's gonna carry the... You don't want it. You don't want it like me. 334. What are we doing here? This is absolutely dog shit. Absolutely dog shit. I'm telling you right now. Remember I said the energy is different from day 1 to day 16, 17. You can see it. The energy is different. The energy, the people that were rah and all this shit, I wrote down on a paper who's here and who's not. I wrote down on a book who's here and who's not. I remembered the first couple of days who is here yelling and screaming, "You can't fade David. How can you fade David? You must be crazy if you fade him. Do you know what he's done?" I remember he was a part of a market participant for this project, a market participant for that project. The minute that he said, "Oh my God." Did I really just do that? Did I really just, oh my God, I really just did that. I really just did that shit. I don't ever chew on a pen. I don't ever chew pens. I would never chew a pen. I can't believe I just did that shit. I can't believe I just did that. D-Gen Flipper, you're not on that list. You're not on that. I'm talking about y'all are smart enough. You guys are smart enough to know who the fuck is still here. Okay, I remember, oh my Lord. I told you, look, you might not see me, but I am everywhere. I am everywhere watching everything. I am on the pulse of this shit. And oh my God, DG, yo, you don't even understand. This dude, what, like the things and the yo, you would, the smoke that was being blown up the ass. The smoke that was blown up the ass. Wild. With the way things are going, Landy's gonna surpass me on the pump page. 100%. Landy's follower count is gonna be at 500. Wild. Wild. I'm writing names down. I am writing names down. I am writing things down. Yeah, yo, I want to call out some of these people, but I'm gonna call them out when I am going to call them out. And the people that I'm gonna call out, the ones that were here in the beginning, in the air quote beginning. Oh, you can't fade him. You can't fade this. You can't fade him. You caught that one, didn't you? There's a PG-13, right? Or some shit. Actually, no, this is rated R. It's fucking some rated R. I'm rated R, bro. I'm fucking rated R, man. Okay, hold on one second. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy to use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. Cool. I'm gonna bring in Landy because he's crying in the back. Probably he's probably crying. I see. I didn't even know that too. I literally had no idea that you had that shit on. Wow. I literally said he's probably crying. This is wild. Yo, they need to take away the fucking AI imaging from you, bro. Like this is becoming bad. I think you're way too addicted, having way too much fun with it. Even some of your Bitcoin friends are worried about you.
Yeah. It's okay. They can worry some more. I'll be all right. I
Listen,
mean,
I don't know if you were here listening to what I was saying, man, but that is the truth. What I laid down today is absolutely 100% truth and facts, and I believe that wholeheartedly.
I've been listening to the whole show, and I agree with you. Look, I really do. Like all jokes aside, I really do agree with you. But
That's it.
I
But
have
I knew the
to.
boat was coming. Here,
I have
go ahead.
to. I have to lean into the persona of fudding everything, right? Buy Bitcoin, buy nothing else. Just hodl, hodl, hodl.
Okay.
Bitcoin is your daddy. I'm bringing that back, by the way. Bitcoin is your daddy.
So, Landy, and this is what I wanted to. I'm going to tweet this out later today too. So, okay, Bitcoin is great. We all know that. Bitcoin. You want Bitcoin in your life, okay? Bitcoin is like Kim Kardashian.
Wait, fake? It's fake. It's had a ton of plastic surgery. It's not authentic. It's fake.
I mean, did I go there with the? I went there with the. Look, Kim Kardashian. She looks good for her age, right? Like she's taking care of herself.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, hold on. All I'm saying is.
Yo, how'd this turn into you immediately reversing and fudding Bitcoin?
I'm not fudding Bitcoin. It's just that, number one, hold on. I didn't fud Bitcoin. What the fuck are you talking about? That's a compliment.
You just compared Bitcoin to Kim Kardashian, one of the fakest celebrities on the planet. One of the most manufactured personalities. Are you going to tell me next that the CIA created Bitcoin?
Yeah, probably.
David, let's get down to the real reason why I'm here today.
I don't care. I don't
follow
fucking
you.
care. You're not gonna bore me with 0101. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't care about who. I don't care.
No charts. The only chart that really matters is
if we ain't talking about memes, fuck out of here today.
Oh no, it's about memes. I follow you on the original pump meme platform, and I can't even get a follow back from my friend. Wow. And it's follow back Wednesdays.
I like it at 0. First of all, I don't even know your name. I really don't know your name. I don't know your name.
Everybody in the chat now knows it.
Okay. I don't know your name. Am I speaking English?
Yeah, I think so. It's not Russian like every other day, but
Blats.
So to the chat, let's get the Landy profile past David's follow count, please. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am
gotta
not
tell you.
CIA.
Okay, hold on.
I take offense to that.
The whole Bitcoin. Hey, listen, focus here, man.
Sorry,
I get
sorry.
it. You like it when people talk about you. I get
Look,
it. Okay?
look, I'm not
You
CIA.
like to get your ego stroked.
You can contract. You don't have to be officially hired. Okay, that doesn't. You have to be officially hired to call yourself CIA. Just because you contract with them means nothing.
I don't trust Landy. Okay, I think he's at the point where he knows what kind of underwears I wear. Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
We have satellite photos of everything around
You
your
see
house
my butt
and
cheeks.
in your house.
You see my butt cheeks, right?
Bro, look, we can literally
You're
read.
weird, bro. You're weird.
We can read what you are
to zoom in on my ass.
phone through your window in the back.
You zoomed in on my ass with satellites. You realize how sus that is?
Well, you're the one out there sunning your balls in the middle of Times Square.
Well, if I say that,
how could we not
you went
see
looking
you?
for it. Hold on, this is weird. Why would you go looking for it?
T-Gen Flipper. Landy has all your C phrases.
Yeah, yo, bro, I would not be surprised. Yo, forget to hide your girlfriends. Hide your C phrases from Landy. Remember that dude? Y'all remember? You remember that dude?
Yes.
And what was his name? Andre Dawson or something?
Oh, I don't remember. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Dead giveaway. Remember that dude?
Yep.
That was a dead giveaway. I should play that. That was hilarious. All right, listen. Let's touch on crypto. OnlyFans coming soon, okay? If this crypto shit don't work out, I'm going to OnlyFans. I'll showcase my balls. Anyway. Landy.
He's already on OnlyFans, folks. Don't let him play you. He's already there.
It's only 12:54 p.m. At least on the East Coast, people are just waking up to, what is he talking about? Balls? You imagine people just waking up. They're tuning in, they're like, balls? Oh boy. Oh boy. You know what D-Gen Flipper does for a living?
No idea.
All right, so he works in a tire shop. He's the motherfucker, okay? I'm calling him out right now. He's the motherfucker that takes a bunch of nails as you're driving down. I'm gonna say Utica, okay? Like, as you're driving down Utica, this dude is the motherfucker that throws the nails out in the morning. Like, when he comes to work, opens up the shop, throws the nails into the street. Your shit go pop, 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 pop.
Wait. Is he the guy that is going out there?
He has this. Hold on. He has this special.
Potholes?
He has this special. Fuck the potholes. He got the special nails that hit the sidewall. It's not even in the tire for a plug. It's the sidewall. And he's like, oh, and he's the one that. Oh man, that sucks, man. And he looks at the tire. He already knows you're fucked, right? But he's looking. He's like, you're gonna need a new one. Yo, I got it though. I got the 2-for-1.
That's actually, you know what? That's a good business plan.
Shout out to my boy. That's some Brooklyn shit. That's Brooklyn shit, bro. That happened to me. You know, that happened to me. Somebody threw there were nails on the fucking ground, and it's right next to the goddamn tire shop. And dude was like, "Oh my god," and he had a Spanish accent to him, so he was like, "Oh, ayos míos." And then he looked at my card. It's like, oh.
You know, longtime listeners might remember when David like basically popped all 4 tires.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that was D-Gen Flipper's doing?
DJ
You had to roll
Flipper.
into his. You had to roll into his.
Yeah, but
tire
that
shop.
happened. That happened in Bumblefuck, New Jersey. So I can't blame. I can't blame him. I think the cows threw that shit out onto the road and shit.
Well, I mean, I do track all of your movements, and I might have given your GPS coordinates to him ahead of time.
That was the worst thing. I caught a concussion on that pothole. And we didn't have self-drive back then. That BMW was not self-driving. It had run flats, but there was no self-drive. Cruise control does nothing for you. Man, I remember I banged my head. I went like this. Boom. Just like, oh. And some like crackhead truck driver with like 3 teeth with a cigarette hanging out his mouth comes up to me. Like, this is true story. I'm not even trying to be funny. I was actually worried. It's like, you gonna need some help out here. Like, I'm like, yo, first of all, do people in New Jersey speak like this?
Yo, he's probably long haul. And those are probably, you'd prefer to run into those guys than anyone else.
Yo, I caught DJ Flipper just now. See, he said, I hate run flats. Of course he does, because he can't make money. unless you hit the sidewall. Motherfucker, I knew it. It's him and his crew. I went through fucking 94 tires because of him. Anyway, what I wanted to say about Bitcoin was this. I see what's happening with the ordinals, runes, and all this shit. I think they're missing the plot. They are absolutely missing the plot. Having that kind of audience come into Bitcoin should be like, holy shit, we have new people coming in. Instead, they look at it and say, this is a problem. And that's the problem with Bitcoin, Landy. That's what I talk about all the time. Bitcoin's great, store of value, adoption, great. Love everything that's happening with Bitcoin. But that right there shows you that they're very short-sighted and they don't understand the culture. Like they don't that's what it comes down to. They do not understand culture. That's it. And a lot of them are way too rich to give a fuck. So it's only about it feels like it's a short-term type of ordeal. Short-term. You're gonna tell me this is only going to last a year and shit. I'm saying this is a fuck up.
It's gonna have.
This is what leads people to go elsewhere. So you imagine if Leonidas and all of them weren't about this life, they could have just got up and gone elsewhere, right? Being that they're real Bitcoiners, though, they're not gonna get up and go elsewhere. So you got lucky there. But if it's any other project, they're getting up and going elsewhere. Maybe even Solana. Like, hey, we're going to take Dog and put it on completely on Solana. I'm just saying, Landy, that's the fucking problem that I always talk to you about. That you would never. You told me that the marketing is great, branding is great, and I keep telling you, within our own space, our own people do not understand culture.
No, well, and I don't think I've ever said the marketing is great. No. But what I will say about this particular situation, it's going to have zero effect on Bitcoin. They're going to end up chain splitting. It's not going to be successful. This has less support than any other type of fork. Any other type of fork in Bitcoin's history.
Sailors come out and he's all for it.
It really doesn't matter what side of the aisle you fall on in this particular debate for BIP 110. It's not going to be successful. And I think that the primary reason why, because this has been talked about for many years, Luke and other devs and the people over at Ocean who support this particular measure. They've been talking about this since the launch of Ordinals. And in this case, they've lowered the threshold to 55% in terms of miner support. It's not going to meet that. There's barely any block signaling going on. And now they're talking about, it's the node enforcement. It's going to be the nodes. They don't have enough nodes. And here's the problem with this. And this is I'm being straight up. Like you can be on the BIP 110 side or not. You can tout the node numbers, but even the node threshold is very, very low for trying to enforce this once it goes mandatory in August. So essentially what they're going to do is, and they know this, right? That's why even within the Ocean pool, It's not mandatory that and this is, if you're really confident about the support, it would be mandatory within that pool to actually run the BIP 110 code and the upgrade. But even within their own pool, they're not going to be running it. And also, they've really watered it down. So what they originally wanted to do is different than what the actual proposal is. And when you read through it, it's not going to actually solve the problem that they claim they were going to solve.
Right.
It has very little support from miners and node operators. So there's two different things: miners, mining blocks, and then full and pruned nodes. And that just doesn't have the support. And here's the other thing: is like they can tout, oh, we're going to spin up a bunch of nodes, and we'll make sure that that we're making it difficult for
Yeah.
miners. Well, so can all of the miners that have a bunch of money. They could just spin up a bunch of nodes, and everything's going to appear just fine. This is going to be nothing. It's going to end up being a nothing burger, and they're gonna and if they go through with this and they actually have miners that are going to participate in this, they're gonna end up in a chain split, and they're gonna end up wasting their money and power. There's zero economic incentive, primarily because it has very little support. And
I I just think that you embrace this kind of thing and say, you know what? How do we make it better? Because now we get youthful energy coming onto Bitcoin. It's not that 45, 50-year-old energy. It's a younger generation that is coming on to Bitcoin. And I can understand people might be scared and they'll say, oh my God, it can turn into a pump.fun situation.
yeah, well,
I
here's the
understand that
problem.
side of the
It's not
argument.
the OGs pushing this. The majority of the people that you see pushing this are the Johnny come latelys. They've only started to push it within the past, very manufactured in the past like month or so. And the rest are fairly new. They're fairly new to Bitcoin. They're either from last cycle or just when last cycle was getting rolling. So
Yeah.
they haven't really been here for a long time, but they got into the mining side and the node operating side of things. And it wasn't until the Ordinals protocol launched that they really started to push back. And they've just been anti the Ordinals protocol since day one. Um, but they don't have support with even within their own community. They've begun to lose support. And I think because if you're going to pitch something and the reasons why something should be done, you have to actually gather enough support before you just try to force the issue. And they tried to force the issue right off the bat. Good intentions or bad intentions really doesn't matter. Trying to force that issue right off the bat, trying to capitalize on some misgivings with core devs and stuff like that,
Yeah.
just really wasn't working. And so they went to straw man arguments, and their straw man arguments are not working. And if you have to go to straw man arguments and you can't make a legitimate case without those straw mans, you're not going to actually catch the support you need. And it really comes down to support. I don't believe it's going to fail. It's going to go mandatory. I believe it's going to fail. It's going to go mandatory in August. And then, they'll try their little node enforcement game because they're not going to get the miner support. And any miners that do support it, I mean, like I said, they know even within their own pool, they're not going to enforce it. They'll support miners who run it, but they're not going to make it mandatory. And when you see pools that don't make an upgrade mandatory, it means that they understand that they have not enough support, and they're hoping to gather support over time. But quite honestly, I don't think that this is they didn't offer up a solution to a problem they said they wanted to fix anyway,
Yeah.
and they watered that solution down. And also, for what they've already offered as a solution to potential problems that they've identified that maybe others do not agree with, well, the devs on Bitcoin, many of them have already created upgrades to protocols that would allow for the very thing that they're trying to prevent anyway. So it's kind of a non-starter issue, but it's very loud, and I think that it's a lot of social media noise at this particular moment. And you know who's really benefiting from it? The ordinals and runes protocol enjoyers. They're the ones
Somebody did.
because they're getting all the shine now. It's back in everybody's feed.
Well, good. Listen, I have there's no paid partnership, there's no there's nothing. I just like Leonidas. I like the dog on Bitcoin movement. I like that community. I like the way it was built out. I hope they fucking win. And that's the only one that I really talk about. If you hear me talk about it's always that meme. I consistently talk about it. I love that fucking community. I really do. They vibe with me, I vibe with them. It's one of those things. By the way, which brings me to another thing. I don't know if I should say. Hold on. Let me ask Landy if I should say something. Hold on. You guys will hold on.
Oh, what's up, Mr. Wagme?
What the fuck?
Mr. Wagme?
My shit ain't writing.
Wait.
Fuck. That's what happens when you have cordless fucking keyboards, bro. Absolute trash. Now it's writing. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, no, you should probably have Leonidas on sometime.
He's thinking. I'm just doing that because what I said was like this guy. I you know what I think you're saying that on purpose. I think you're saying that shit on purpose. Anyway, I was reading the comments on TikTok. I was laughing. Dude said, "Crypto is absolutely worthless when Republicans are in charge." Yeah, you gotta laugh. Like, it's just like it's some of this shit that's said is hella funny, bro. Like, it's absolutely funny. By the way, guys, I don't see you retweeting or reposting the live stream. I don't see TikTok reposting the stream. I don't see YouTube retweet. I see Getter giving me numbers. Where the fuck are y'all? Oh, you found more friends now with the algorithm? Working and shit? You forgot about me? Think about this. I adore every... Look what word I used, adore. I adore almost every single meme community within the meme ecosystem. Do with that as you wish. I'm friendly with people. And then I'm not friendly with some other. Not I can really say like never mind. It's never me. Like I really eat crayons in real life. I look like that. Like, how can you get mad at me if I'm like that? That's my personality.
I like that people have taken me for being a very serious person.
You are not serious at all. This is not even a serious conversation. Anyway, Robinhood versus Solana. Because that's what it is. It's not, well, you can bring Ethereum back into the picture, but Robinhood versus Solana. By the way, before you get to that and answer it, if I took over Base would not be in the goddamn basement, okay? Brian Armstrong, if I had control of Base, it would not be where it is today. I would put my foot up Robinhood's ass right now.
Well, literally
my foot up Robinhood's ass. I should create a video from AI with my foot going up Robinhood's ass. Respectfully. It's all healthy competition, but
look, I think that it's good. I think it's good to have the healthy competition. Now, I do know that there was a bit of an uproar with, I guess, removal of certain listings or
Launchpad.
coins on launch pads and stuff going on Robinhood. This is, this is to be expected when you have a new chain.
Well, I'm wondering which ones they were removing. I'm sure that the language to them is overboard, right?
I don't know. I actually didn't go take a look, but I know that the
I gotta look.
Launchpad.
It has to be that they have to see like, oh shit, this kind of shit's being created.
Yes,
We got to put a stop to this, which is a good thing, by the way. Let me just say that's a good thing. That's absolutely a great thing.
it's. I think that Robinhood has, and we already saw the trenches kind of trying to come back, right? And now we know after the X algo update, where you can actually see mutuals again and what they're posting, we know that a lot of people are still here. And we just kind of got siloed into our own little. We were told to go sit in the corner and talk to ourselves, essentially, by the algorithm, which
That was
is a
crazy.
scary proposition.
That was, like seeing everybody. But by the way, if you're gonna unfollow, there are people making a post. They're like, "Well, now that I see people, I'm gonna unfollow people." Like, shut the fuck up, unfollow. The fuck you making a post about it? Nobody cares about your departure time. It's the same shit we say in Spaces. Do the Irish goodbye. Nobody cares. I'm going to unfollow people that I deem. Shut the fuck up. You act like a fucking bitch. Give a fuck. Oh my God, you unfollowed me and muted me. Who gives a fuck? You're going to see me anyway with the algorithm. We'll find one way or another, you're going to see a video clipped up.
Well, I think that now that we have, so I think that we have three big things happening right now.
Sorry.
We've got hype that has been very active throughout even the bearish period.
Landy, I asked you about Solana versus Robinhood.
Hold on.
I didn't ask you about fucking promoting hype on this show.
What? I enjoy hype.
Yes, we know that.
And then pump funds were starting to come back.
And he wants people to follow him.
All right, hold on a second. Everybody follow me on Pump Fund. Anyway, let me drop this back in the. Yep, there we go. We need to get past David's follow count in the chat.
That's going to be easy. That's going to be easy because
the
community, that claims to be a community is acting like a fucking community after fucking 17 days. That's what a community looks like.
But look, we need the Bitcoin puppet to pass David on Pump Fund as retribution for David refusing to follow me. He says that I didn't give him my profile. I gave him my profile. I texted to him. I sent him a letter with the link.
No, you fucking didn't.
I had a black van out front of his house. He walked out the other day. They abducted him. They sat him down in a chair, and then they in a dark room, and they just read the link to my Pump Fund profile out to him over and over and over again, and yet he still hasn't followed. Like, this was part of the agreement. We said that we were going to ship him back to Israel if he didn't actually follow me. So he's got a limited amount of time to do this. Anyway, wow. No, Pump and Robinhood. And I say Pump because Pump is actually what is starting to get revived on Solana, which I do find interesting.
That's because of me.
It's because of David.
It will be. Because, I'll say this. Pump.fun will go to... If Pump.
Do you? Here's what I need everybody to understand. Do you want the puppet to be eating crayons, or do you want the puppet to be like this, just in tears, right? Do you really want to make
Pump.fun was smart?
Cry.
Pump.fun, if they were smart, they would contact me.
Look at his face.
No, look at my face. You see this? This is the
You're
face of
crying because you
someone.
wanted to. You're crying because you went into some random shitcoin. Look at this face. Like, look at this. Even the dudes in this room, you can agree. Come on.
Don't make the
I'm the
puppet
type of
cry.
motherfucker
Don't
you
let the
see
puppet down.
when you go into the hair salon or you go to the barber shop. You see, you know how you see those posters of haircuts. You see me up there. You're sitting down, you're flipping the book, waiting for your turn. You see me in the magazine.
It's just a Jewish barber shop, and they're showing they're showing how they
Shout out to Borough Park.
They give you curl extensions.
Listen, I got a Jufro, man. When I don't fucking like the Jufro is real, bro. I actually started laughing yesterday because when I was working out, like the shit just started popping off, bro. I was like, damn. I said I should come on a show right now. I was about to do like a pop-up show and just come up and like show it off. Maybe I should grow out my hair long. I was thinking maybe I should just grow out the long hair, man.
Yeah. That's that works out for everyone in this game, that does content and media. Definitely works out well.
You don't think long hair would fit? Yeah, it sucks, man. I can't come on here with long hair. Like, that sucks.
Don't do it.
So, crypto politics or Jewish politics? Jesus Christ. We could talk. Anyway, little Johnny's punished today. I spoke to his grandmother. Joe, aka Little Johnny. I spoke to his grandmother. I showed her the things that he was saying. She was very disappointed. She said, "I his mom and dad left him, and I've tried to raise him the best that I can, and I do apologize." I said, "It's okay. I'll son him."
On the subject of Robinhood and Solana, I think that it's healthy competition. And when there is healthy competition, especially when it comes to the meme space, because the rotation is so heavy, people drop everything and they'll run over to Robinhood, and then they'll either make or lose, and the majority will lose a bunch of money, and then they'll drop everything and run back to Solana. And I think that the competition is healthy. And I think that what it forces, when there is no competition, there is no innovation. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And they're both kind of going in the same direction at the end anyway. You had Solana really lean into memes and NFTs, and now are starting to really build out to target the institutions. And then you already have Robinhood is all in with the institutions already, and now building out into the meme and NFT scene. So, and it proves your point. It proves your point very well that you've made for a very long time, and that's that memes will bring people in. And in either way, on either chain, I think even the people in the trenches will go for the stock tokens and RWAs when they are when they are on there and have robust liquidity. So I think it's good. I think it's good, healthy competition. I'm all for it. There's going to be mistakes made along the way. There's always something to FUD about something, right? In the early days, after the FTX collapse, and it was the chain is paused on Solana and everything's down, and now the same type of fears and criticisms are going to head towards Robinhood chain's way. But at the end of the day, it's all about where's the liquidity and where's it moving.
Well, you'll have a ton of liquidity. Let's call for what it is. Robinhood can bring that liquidity. That's one thing that
Oh yeah.
you look at Robinhood, they have liquidity. I mean, and there's nobody, I don't think there's nobody in this game that, from that standpoint, that can compete with them.
Look, they have all the institutional relationships.
Yeah.
They can, they can very easily get, stock tokens and RWAs, pairs, not just launched, but well
So I guess that brings,
liquidized.
I guess you have to look at it then,
not
like, because
liquidated.
I think a lot of people are looking at this, where do I move my project over to Robinhood? That's
Wait,
how
what?
people are probably thinking.
Well, it's interesting because I think that bridging is healthy if done the right way. But I do think that chasing a new
It's not
narrative
even
is
bridging,
destructive.
Randy. I'm not talking about bridging. I think people actually want to move their entire project to Robinhood
I think,
because they
but that's
understand.
chasing. That's what I'm saying is bridging done right is good, but
You have a bunch
chasing.
of desperate people, though. You have a bunch of desperate people that they've made a project, they don't see nothing happening.
Well,
So
then
now they're like,
if they run to Robinhood, they'll chase right back when liquidity moves back, right? Like that, and they'll perpetually be chasing and spending money instead of making money.
do you think Ethereum makes a comeback? Because that's the biggest topic here. And Robinhood's going to help Ethereum, in my eyes.
I mean, it might help Ethereum's price, but there's some serious
Correct.
issues that need to be worked out on layer one.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and I've said that, and people are like, "What are you talking about? People are going to return to mainnet." I'm like, I don't know who are we, and what people are returning to mainnet.
Look, it's
Like,
open source.
if you heard the beginning of my fucking talk here, the monologue, when I said that you refuse to embrace the culture that was given to you, Ethereum got given the culture. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
There was nobody else. It was just, here you go, Ethereum. Culture's yours. And they dropped the ball. So who's going to return to mainnet? People keep saying, well, Ethereum people hold. Yes, I'm an Ethereum dude. I hold. When I get into something, I hold. But I could also hold on Solana. That mentality can be brought over to Solana. It can be brought up to any other chain. Doesn't have to be on Ethereum. BNB's leaving. Like, they're making their own chain.
Yeah,
And
look,
Ethereum doesn't even make money. Like, you imagine if you had all these things and then they're making you money. They're not making no money. Okay, so watch this. As the number goes up for Ethereum, you're going to have the Ethereum Foundation come out and fucking sell. Am I going to be wrong when it happens?
well, I mean, I don't know how long the Ethereum Foundation's going to last, to be quite honest.
Yo,
now
Charles
Labs,
told it. You know what's crazy? I battled with Charles about this. I was like,
and
nah, he's wrong.
he was
man.
right. Yeah,
No,
he
but
was
this was
right.
2-3 years ago.
I know.
He said, go play back my show. He said, and I'm battling him, and I'm like, nah. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, they have no money. He said 3 to 5 years from now, at that time, he said 3 to 5 years from now, Ethereum's going to hit a problem. And he talked about the money aspect. Funding. I was like, is he? I'm like, you know what? I love Charles, but is he going a little bit overboard? Who knows better than the person who built the goddamn thing? Or helped build the goddamn thing?
Yeah. Look, the problem is, and around that time, this was post move from proof of work to proof of stake, right? And around that time,
This was before the move.
well, then it was longer than 3 years ago.
Hold on. When did Charles come on here? I got to look for the tape. When he came on here and he said, when I asked him about Ethereum, he said, they're going to run into major problems 3 to 5 years down the line. I think it was 3 years ago when he said it.
Yeah, and I think, well, the problem was, and if I'm remembering this conversation correctly
We
between
had
the two of
two.
you,
There was another one where I brought it up and he said the same thing.
because the actual it was 2022. So, I mean, yeah, it's about 4 years ago. So within the 3 to 5 year window, but I could have swore that post it was post merge and went to proof of
He was
stake.
talking about that before the merge.
Okay, yeah. Well, what they
And I
did,
talked to him on Spaces about this as well.
yeah, I jumped up and had a short conversation with you
No,
guys.
you weren't even there.
No? Mm,
He came up and he was like, listen, this is what it is.
had
And
to been Clubhouse then.
I was like, man, I think you're wrong here. In my mind, obviously I'm moderating the show and talking and asking questions, but like, in my mind, I'm like, you're wrong. But how can I even say that? How can I even say that when I'm not the one who actually, like, here's a man who co-founded Ethereum and he's telling you this. Now, people might say, well, Charles is bitter. What Charles is outspoken. He's not bitter. Charles had a different vision, a governance type of ordeal here. Privacy was a big thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys continue to talk about Charles being bitter. He's not. I mean, like, there's only one thing that I think that like it has really ticked them off, and it's bigger than this, in a sense. I don't know.
Well, the problem, and I mentioned this to you a long time ago. I said the problem is that they're cannibalizing their own volume by encouraging and funding the development of layer twos. And when you build a layer cake like that, you're moving all of the transactions up to these other layers just to settle on layer one. Means that you're disincentivizing, you're de-incentivizing or disincentivizing building on layer one.
Correct.
So therefore, it's everybody's gonna be making all the money on these other layers. And then you also have all the EVM compatible stuff and the open source code and like all of these other things that you can just replicate what you're doing. Like why?
Ethereum is at its weakest point right now. I think everybody can acknowledge they moved from proof of work to proof of stake. They've just recently updated their fucking roadmap. They've laid off 20% of the people that work for the Ethereum Foundation. Like, they are at their weakest point, man. I asked Charles, like, what do you think can turn this around? He didn't even have an answer.
Well, Labs is kind of the up and coming side of Ethereum.
Okay, what is it going to do?
I don't know because I haven't really, obviously, wearing a Bitcoin crown, so I haven't really been paying that close of attention.
If you encourage layer twos, if you encourage for layer twos to be built out, wouldn't you take some money from them? Do you get my point?
I think, yeah. I mean, this is there is.
They don't have a treasury. They have nothing, Landy. They have to sell in order to fund. I mean, like,
Well, you're talking foundation. I think foundation's cooked. That's
what
why
I'm saying.
a lot of people from the foundation.
How does that look to people, Landy?
But my
like, every
point,
single time the fucking chart moves, they sell.
but my point to you is that now you've seen a lot of people from the ETH Foundation who are kind of fed up with the way things were going, now move over to ETH Labs.
Okay.
So
how are they going to fund themselves?
I'm not sure about their funding model personally. I haven't really dug into that side of things.
Okay.
But what their focus is the institutional adoption side, right? So it's about, their whole mission is to focus on the growth of Ethereum for institutional adoption, the scaling security stuff.
Yeah.
Interoperability is the other thing. And their whole big focus is, tokenized assets. It's all RWAs, stock tokens, stable coins. That is their primary that's their primary vector for where they are encouraging development. And then they have a bunch of funding from Bitmine, right? So BMNR, Tom Lee. And they have, I believe, SharpLink, and I think Joe is over there as well. Joe Lubin
That dude's just
is
losing
also
his
supporting
ass.
it.
You talk
Yeah,
about
I know.
you talk about him, and I'm just like, he's just losing his ass, like straight up losing his ass.
But he's propping things up over there.
Great.
I
He has
don't
no other
really
choice.
know. I know he has no choice. I know.
What other choice does he have?
And Vitalik's out writing a book. So, I don't really know what direction they're going to go and what kind of partnerships they're going to announce or what kind of product they're funding to build on layer 1. But when you have a Robinhood, boot their own chain up, utilizing Arbitrum, this is,
Yeah.
you're essentially you're not really reaping the benefits of them utilizing Ethereum layer 1. You're reaping the benefits of the need to have the output token of Ethereum, and that's it. And you need transactional volume. You need volume on layer 1. They need to drive volume.
They need a system just like Pump.Fun where they make money. Bottom line. And they didn't do that. And you know what? They basically hurt every single Ethereum person that supported the goddamn network. And like, I know, like, I have a bunch of Ethereum heads that watch this show, and they're going to be disappointed, and they do truly hate the way I talk about Ethereum right now, but it's the truth, man. Like, let's just fucking call for what it is, man. They absolutely the worst PR game in the game. Like, bottom line, horrible. And where are the Ethereum maxis? You don't even see them. That's the problem. On the timeline, you don't see Ethereum maxis. Like, you say, you go ahead and do hashtag Ethereum, you get like 4 likes. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, do it. See how many likes you get. Now go ahead and do it with any other network. Go do it with Cardano. Talk about Cardano and see how many people react to that post. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they I don't know. We'll be back after this fucking commercial break.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome back. I forgot to drink. Welcome back to the show. Okay, welcome back. Tough voice. Big bully voice. Let's see if I got any more followers on Pump.fun. This is becoming comical, bro. It's absolutely disappointing. Disappointed, man. What is this shit? Wow. You don't want it. Nah, they don't want it. 335 people. They don't want it. Let's look at the White Bulls. One's at 13K. They gave up. It looks like it. I don't know. Though they're posting and saying that we have not given up. The White Bull, the other one, it's almost at 800K. This is the craziest one out of all of them. Turn me into a dog, bro. Fuck is going on? I can. This is stupid. Yeah, man, this is crazy. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm absolutely embarrassed. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. This is literally embarrassing. This is embarrassing. 100%. I hear you typing, bro.
Yeah, I'm answering people back.
Nobody cares. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Unreal. It feels, it may be just like, it just, you know, I feel like it's gonna be on me, man. I gotta bring the championship home. I gotta bring the championship home. That's it.
Back to New York.
Maybe it's not about community anymore. Maybe community don't exist. Maybe it's over. Maybe it is over, Landy. I think I'm starting to feel it might be over.
It's all over. 2 seconds later, we're so back.
We're so back. Oh yeah. It is 1:40 p.m. What the fuck was it? 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to the Breakdown. Title sponsor Midnight. Shout out to Polymarket. Polymarket, the official prediction market sponsor. Which, let's go to Polymarket and see what's happening there, since the community, so-called community, is out working somewhere. Definitely not working on anything here. It's definitely working on, or maybe working at IHOP. Nothing wrong with that either. Let's look at what's happening here. They're like, man, I hate this motherfucker. All right, what should we look at? Oh, we can, well, let's look at this. The Balance of Power 2026 midterms. Let's take a look here. Polymarket provides the information here. Let's go ahead and look. Can you see this?
Yep.
Let me get this out of the way. So the number seems to be climbing now. Democrats sweep 45%. Republican Senate, Democratic House 41%. Republicans sweep 15%. Democrat Senate, Republican House 1.8%. So here you have it, Landy. What are your thoughts here on this?
I doubt they sweep. There's a very good chance they take the House. I don't think they grab the Senate.
What can happen to where the Democrats don't take the House?
Well, as we head into the fall, a lot of the races are going to tighten up anyway, and they need to be like plus 9 to +11, and they're currently, what, like, +5 or 6 in the House, and that's essentially a toss-up at the end of the day, and realistically, they have not really, um, had good messaging for a lot of the,
But
candidates.
that's been a consistent thing with Republicans forever.
Well, no, I'm talking about Democrats haven't had a good message. Um, and their messaging is all over the place, and
I,
they're kinda getting stifled by some of their own candidates. So,
they have a stronger message than the Republican Party.
no, they just have a unified message, and that message is Trump bad, and
Exactly, exactly,
I
exactly
don't
my point.
but they would be much further ahead. They'd be plus 15 if they actually had consistent policy messaging instead of just Trump bad messaging. Because the Republicans are inept and they are unable to, even with the House and Senate, get anything done regarding the current administration's agenda. So, I do think that they've dropped the ball in that regard, which is, going to lead to lower sentiment and voter turnout for the Republicans. So, I think that Democrats need to, if they're going to pick up the House and even have a shot at the Senate, they need to actually have consistent um, policy messaging and not just Trump is bad messaging. It just doesn't. It's going to make the margins very thin for them going forward. So, and there's some
Yo, hold
outlier
on.
stuff that could be dropping soon.
I know we're on the poly market, balance of power topic here. Hold on, we'll come right back to it because I think I mean, I just saw the news. It broke. I ain't reading all this shit, but it broke at 12:17. Did you know about this? Uh,
Oh,
I think Jesse has stepped down, and Kobe is now apparently taking over.
really interesting. Wait, look, where is this? I'm not even seeing it on my timeline.
From Jesse's Twitter account,
Let me
X
see.
account, excuse me. Lots of conversation about bass over the last week. Wanted to share my canon take after a week of listening and a lot of reflection over the last 6 months. Yo, he wrote a whole fucking novel.
Oh yeah, this is huge, and then he's got to follow up to it.
What's the bass app that he's taken over?
Yeah. So
What does that even mean? Like, respectfully, Jesse, I've never talked to him, man, but like, he doesn't understand. I don't believe he understands culture. Okay, Kobe comes in. I hope Kobe does great things. What? That's the difference with me. I might not know somebody. We might have met here and there, but I hope it works out. But this is what happened. This is what I'm like. Institutions came in. They knew how to package things together. They just know how to brand. There's a difference. The crypto industry does not know how to brand. They refuse to brand. They refuse to accept or learn about culture. That's why Robinhood's winning. The mindset over at Robinhood is these people are bad. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, we're giving you an opportunity to participate, even though they've shown in the past that opportunity was like water in the desert. But we are allowing you, and they gamified it for retail.
Mm-hmm.
Here you have crypto, 15 years, 16. You had so much time. This is what I'm talking about.
They have so much. Now they're getting serious. Only now they're getting serious. And it might be too late. Because you don't understand meme culture. I don't know how much I don't know why nobody takes the meme culture aspect seriously. The first thing that people are going to come to are things that they recognize and relate with. They're not coming to Near Protocol, respectfully. And I think it's a great protocol. They're not hunting out Near Protocol. They're hunting out something that they recognize. And that is the fucking problem with this space, that they can't accept the fact that you can put culture on chain. I'm telling you right now, if I came out with a chain, Landy, I would literally own that mindshare. Because I've grown up in it. I understand it. These people refuse to understand it. It's fucking sad. Now you're getting started because Robinhood came into the mix. You're too late when that happens. It's the same thing we tell people, yo, buy Bitcoin, because sooner or later the institutions are going to own it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same shit. And this is the last thing left. The culture part is the last thing left in crypto. And you refuse. Ethereum dropped the ball. They're all dropping the ball. They refuse to understand it. They refuse to bring in people that know what the fuck meme culture is, what culture is in general. None of these motherfuckers grew up in culture. That's the problem. They grew up in nice suburban homes. They don't know what meme culture is. They don't listen to culture music, man. You know exactly what they're listening to. I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. And this is what I tweeted this out. You hire these right now. All you protocols are in danger. Okay, I am saying this, and I know 100% in my heart I'm right on this. You refuse to accept culture, and if you do want to accept culture, you don't have the right people at the helm to go ahead and grab it. You hire people that do not understand what the fuck it is. They absolutely do not know what the fuck culture is. They don't. They 100% do not know what it is. And that's crazy. That you had so long, that this space had so long to get their shit together, and now Robinhood is going to eat that ass. You think Brian has a chance? Okay, who is he bringing in that knows culture? Go ahead. Who is Brian bringing in that understands the culture? If you're not bringing in somebody who has lived the culture, and especially embracing the memes, you're not bringing in people from day one, you don't understand the culture. You're just trying to please investors, and that's it. And you're gonna PG-13 it. That's all. You remember wrestling? There was the Attitude Era, right? That's memes. The Attitude Era, Stone Cold, The Rock, all them, right? It was a great time to watch wrestling. You know it's fake, but it's just a great time, great TV. Now look at what the product is. It's corporate.
I
Nothing
just think
makes sense.
I think that Coinbase and Base had a chance to compete, but they dropped the ball in that they were late to the game, and they were late to actually getting product out there, that then they tried to chase every other meta, and it just doesn't work. You have to get product out there, and you have to then stick with the ethos of that product and not just abandon it to go chasing each and every meta that comes along.
Crazy,
And look, it's
man.
not for lack of investment either. Look, Coinbase Ventures invested a ton into dev on Base. They really did. You know that I'm connected
you're
with
missing
teams
the
over
point,
there.
Landy, you're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point. I'm laying
You're
out the
saying they
case.
invest. There's a lot of people that invest a lot of money. That's great.
But my point is valid because they invested a bunch of money to chase instead of actually stick to the ethos of the product that they were trying to build. They ended up just shifting focus constantly, and they invested a ton of money to chase then after, and they were late to every single meta. It was by the time it was hitting its fever pitch and ready to die off is when they were getting in the game. And that's, you can't continue to chase the narratives. You have to stick with one particular thing and make really good product.
Landy, you can invest, but if you have leadership that does not understand culture and the way it works, no
They
amount of
chase
money will help you.
because that's all. Because that's
They,
all
they
they
did
end up doing
creator
is chasing.
tokens, right? They did creator tokens.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Terrible. So
Because
it's
they were
like
chasing a meta. They were late.
they could have looked at literally pump.fun, right? When it came out and said, you know what, let's do that.
They tried and then they abandoned it to chase. That is my point. They abandoned.
But if they had somebody who understood the culture, they would not abandon it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I know you're not.
I'm
just
agreeing
saying
with you.
that like the problem is that they're gonna keep on bringing in people that don't understand culture. And that's the biggest thing. Like when you don't, and when you think shit is beneath you, like the memes are beneath you, this meme called beneath, you're gonna keep losing because it's not going away. Like meme culture is not going anywhere. For people praying that memes disappear, it's not. Memes are life. Life is a meme. I say this all the time. Life is a meme. Fortune 500 companies meme their products. Memes are not disappearing. That's it. This ain't a shot at Kobe. This has nothing to do with Kobe. This is like bringing somebody in. Do you understand like what kind of work he has cut out for him with Base App? Where he has to, like, he's playing catch up now. Instead of being in the driver's seat, he's playing catch up to a behemoth. We're talking about Robin Hood. Do you guys realize who the fuck we're talking about? You're talking about Robin Hood. We're not talking about a different chain. We're not talking about Trust app versus Base app. We're talking about Robin Hood. We're talking about Robin Hood can offer memes and the culture to a gazillion amount of people. With money, with liquidity. That's what we're talking about. How are you going to sell this to the investors of Coinbase? How are you going to sell this? The investors in Coinbase do not understand culture. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
You go to a board meeting at Coinbase and you say, listen, we're going to go after the meme culture. They'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is that? You go over to Robinhood. Oh, memes, of course. You're talking about things like the way the retail came together on AMC and GameStop, and then they went to Dogecoin and they know. And they know exactly. Robinhood made a killing in the meme economy. Go look at their stats. It's open for the public. They made a stupid amount of money, more revenue through their cryptocurrency products than they did through anything else. Go look. You can find the numbers. Go ask ChatGPT. Go grok it, whatever. It'll pull it up for you. Tell me, how are you going to compete right now? You're not. They're going to come out with commercials every single day. They're going to push it hard. You're going to have to bring an entire team. I'm talking about an entire fucking team. And now what you have is, here's what you have though. You got Solana, right? Mm-hmm. So you got a split going here. Robinhood is not contending with that. You got Base app, you got Base in general, you got Coinbase, you got Solana, you got all these things in the ecosystem. Now you guys are here. Robin's over here, and they don't need none of you. They got their own clientele. They're good. So how do you win? This is not me shitting on anybody. This is me telling you this is the truth. This is how I'm looking at it. How do you win? Robinhood has billions of users on their own. On their own. You know how many people have the Robinhood app that don't even fuck with crypto? That have never been on crypto Twitter?
Yep.
So now you guys, the poors are gonna, it's the truth. And I say poors in a good way, but it's this space that's gonna be fighting each other. 7% of the world, let's look at numbers, don't lie, people do. 7% to 8% of the world is in crypto. A good amount of that percent is in Bitcoin, right?
Yep.
So let's say 7 to 8% in crypto. Let's say that number for Bitcoin is somewhere in the 6% range. Would it be fair to say 5 to 6% Bitcoin?
Maybe. Yeah, that might be fair.
So if it's 5 to 6% Bitcoin, and then the rest is everything else, you're talking about a small amount, though Robinhood has everything. And then what happens? Here's another one. What happens when Facebook or Meta decides to say, you know what, we're coming in too? Because they're already doing prediction markets. So when Meta says, you know what, we're going to do what Robinhood did too. And how many people are on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't think Facebook is the play. I think that Instagram would be the play.
But but I'm saying they'll use, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, they'll use WhatsApp, they'll use everything.
Yeah, well, they're another company that just chases the trends.
But they can sell it. Think about what I'm saying. What I'm saying from this standpoint is they're not Robinhood. Robinhood is a financial fucking company.
They're yeah, I mean, they're one of the largest brokers that has retail mindshare. Yeah.
How much mindshare do they have? How much mindshare does Robinhood have compared to what we have here?
Oh, it's a lot and far more than we have here. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of people who barely know anything about crypto that are on Robinhood that in fact have their Bitcoin and Ethereum just as plays. And they've never They don't watch anything related to crypto in terms of shows. They just, pay attention to the news. They go to Robinhood, manage their portfolio. Like they've got what they did is they launched this at the perfect time. They launched this at the perfect time because coming in towards the end of the year, um, very
I think
highly
they
likely
saw.
going to see a
I
low
think they
set.
saw Anthem.
What's
I
that?
think what Robinhood saw was sentiment is changing, not on the charts, but sentiment in crypto was changing.
Yeah.
They saw. I think they saw Anthem and crypto become alive again a little bit, and they said, "Fuck it, let's go. Let's get in here now because we're close to flipping into a bullish trend. Whether it's 3 months, 4 months, 5 months from now, let's get ahead of it." And
Yeah.
then, like this guy said, which I always been thinking about the same thing. When they create their own pumped out fund, what happens?
I mean, they kind of already had that and then
But when they
kind of took them
really
off the
create it,
platform.
yeah,
So, I mean, but they would rather do it themselves. And
correct.
I think that that's, and that is the MO of Robinhood in general is they just want to do it themselves at the end of the day. We saw this with I've mentioned this with clearing, right? Apex, they used Apex while they were
Yeah.
building out their own and then they launched, Robinhood clearing. So they're, now they allowed for deposits and withdrawals of crypto finally, and then boom, here's our own chain. So
And the
yeah, no, I could
craziest
absolutely
thing,
see that.
the craziest thing, this reminds me, you know what this reminds me? It reminds me of Amazon taking over. So Amazon used to like Toys R Us thought it was being helped by Amazon, right? But Amazon put them out of business,
Hmm.
right? Because Amazon didn't need to have the warehouses out there, right? Just like, okay, somebody buys books, whatever. They put look at books. I mean, they put Barnes and Nobles basically like, yeah, it's great. Like if you still like walking into a store, but like mostly like people go to Amazon, right?
Hmm.
Get their books. I mean, like they didn't need to hold storage in the beginning. They really didn't have to do anything. And all these big time companies were paying the fees.
Well, they
Amazon's making pure profit, just like Uber, right? They don't own anything. Just like, I mean, Netflix. You can say Netflix tried to go ahead and make a deal with Blockbuster, and they wouldn't do it for $50 million.
Mhm.
But like, this is that moment. This is, you know what? This is crypto's moment. This is our moment where we see a behemoth come in and potentially take over.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna see a lot more of this. A lot of institutional players are gonna I mean, they're gonna boot up their own chains. They're gonna partner with chains for a little while. They'll even fund projects on those chains, and they'll do the same thing. They're gonna, um, take the best of the talent crop and move it over and have it built for themselves so they can own the infrastructure end to end. I've said this for a long time. And
Crazy.
Ethereum, this is where Ethereum really shot themselves in the foot.
It's crazy.
Because you're just asking for your tech to be replicated and then fully owned end to end. You're going to see a lot of institutions do it. We already know what's coming with Circle, right? They're going to have their own chain.
And my thing though, also think about this. Solana went ahead and used their Prime account to shill a Robinhood meme. They didn't do any of that stuff for the memes that are on there, at least to not my knowledge. And a lot of Solana heads that I spoke to, they're like so disappointed. Why the
Yeah.
fuck why would we shill Robin Hood's meme?
Yep.
You know what? You guys wanted the institutional players to be in this space, and I've always said this. Rewind the tapes on my show. I've been so against this shit. I've battled and debated people on spaces. I debated on this show. I've been against institutions coming in, but it is a decentralized space, so it is what it is. But you guys who have nothing to your name were rooting for institutions to come in because you thought your bags would go up. You think that these institutions are gonna come and give you their money? Like, hey, we're gonna dump it on their heads. Are you stupid? We're gonna show them. Unless you are front running and holding Bitcoin or an asset that meant something, you have done nothing. And that would particularly mostly be if you're not holding Bitcoin. Institutions, they're showing you. You're getting lucky though. Here's the little. Y'all might be depressed right now watching this show. I'll give you a little light. The only thing right now, which is also set up against everybody, is that they are acknowledging the meme culture, but they're in it first. So it's like VCs going in and they're ready to dump on you. So the game is now, if you think you're going to outsmart the institutional players that got fucking quants sitting at multiple desks with 30 years of knowledge of how to set up the game against you, you are fucking stupid. And you're crazy. I've said on this show consistently, front run the market. Did I not say this, Landy? Have I not said multiple times, front run the market? While it's red in these streets, get in before they do, because once they do, they're gonna lock shit down. I've been preaching this for years. Run my tapes back. They're all recorded. I've been fucking yelling about this. Nah, that motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. Are you kidding me? The institutions are coming here. Jack 364, great influencer. He said we're gonna body the institutions when they come in here. We're gonna teabag them. My friend, they'll be doing the teabagging. You're gonna have old man balls on your forehead.
Or, we just build it and then beta test it so that they can take it and build it themselves, which is what happened.
We fucking gave them the blueprint.
Yep, we did.
We laid it out. Here you go. And all they did was they made it look better. And they will make it better. The whole thing is, when they invest money, they will make sure the product looks good. They will make sure that the product is gamified. You go on to the Robinhood app, it is gamified. It is nice. It looks like a fucking $1 billion. You go on to one of our have you gone on to our apps in crypto? This shit needs an update every 3 minutes. Have you used apps in crypto? That shit, I go to the Apple store, there's a fucking update twice a day. You know how many times I've updated Robinhood's app? You know what? It is what it is. I'm good. You know what? The only thing that I'm thinking out here right now. I'm thinking out loud right now, and I really feel bad. But the only thing that can really reverse the trend and hold the line kind of thing is if the community really rallies together, man. Like, because at the end of the day, it's if the community rallies together
then you can hold the fort. But you guys are so fucking egotistical. I don't even know about what. Your ego and your pride is so big that, like, it doesn't matter. And our own ecosystem is killing itself. It's like there's a virus within our own ecosystem which won't even allow. How can we even win? You got the broccoli kids throwing out fucking memes every second. Liquidity's all spread over the fucking place. Nobody fucking believes in anything. And when people try to believe, when people try to believe in something, right? Take Ansem, right? Let's use Ansem. People are trying to believe in something, right? You don't have to like Ansem. But people will find holes within Ansem. Within our own space, we eat our own in this space regardless. Guess what the institutions are doing? They are going to sit at the same table with their enemies. Apple worked with Microsoft. Bill Gates and Steve Jobs didn't see eye to eye, but they worked with each other. That shit don't happen in here. Y'all motherfuckers open up a fucking space for 9 hours talking shit about somebody trying to build. You can't compare this. You're talking about mature adults, wealthy individuals that understand how to play the game versus fucking people pretending to be rich out here every single day fighting a motherfucker for trying to do something and build something with tools that we have that we built for each other. That's the fucking problem. And you resist the one thing that makes this fucking space special and has made this space special was the culture. Whether it's Bitcoin culture, whether it's meme culture, the culture part. You fucking dropped the fucking ball. And the more that I think about it right now on this show, the more pissed off I'm getting. Because we are supposed to be running shit, not vice versa. You did vice versa. Because you know what? Fuck y'all. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling. Because of the petty fucking cabals. Oh, we're better than this guy. How can he be doing so well? Let's fuck him up. Let's take it. Meanwhile, these fucking guys in suits, okay? Forget my suit. These guys sitting in the fucking corporate suits are watching as we are destroying each other. Congratulations. Congratulations. And then you bring in people, and this is the fucking, the crazy part. I had to hold back just now. I would have said something. But the crazy part is, instead of hiring a company that understands crypto and the culture, no, what they did was they hired a Web2 company, paid them millions of dollars to promote their fucking NFT collection that went to zero. Because when Porsche executives looked at crypto and they saw what the fuck was going on, they said, deuces, there ain't nobody here. By the way, I got receipts. I had Audi on a conference call for hours. Jaguar on a conference call for hours. Trying to get into this space. And then they would look at this space, and you know what happened during these calls? Here, I'm going to be transparent with you. During these calls, they said, you know what? I've sat in spaces. I've heard these people talk. Do they have jobs? That's what and I've stated this on my podcast before. This is what they said. You imagine two companies unrelated to each other saying, I've listened to these people speak. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They sound homeless. Basically, that's exactly what they were alluding to. They're consistently fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bowing a knee or anything right now. I'm just saying, like, this is like real 4K. Like, if you look at it, as much as you can say whatever you want about Robinhood, but like, you know what? People forget. And you know what? Most people don't want to deal with homeless people, man. Like, you imagine if you're new, you come onto Twitter and you listen to what people are complaining. This is how bad it is. The algorithm has now gotten better. The algorithm has now gotten better. And people were complaining about seeing people that talk about crypto again. Do you understand how bad it is? How toxic and poison it is to go on crypto Twitter? Where people were begging for crypto to be seen on their timelines, and as soon as it came back, why am I seeing these people? I have to unfollow. These are brain dead individuals. These are poor people. And I'm talking about poor here. I ain't talking about in the pocket. It's mentally. It's wild. Wild. This guy's saying, do I live in my mom's basement? Well, if I was you, or I just came into crypto, probably. With everything that's happening right now, I'd probably be living in my mom's basement.
I got my Doritos. I got my jammies on. I got 14 different monitors. 13 of them are Reddit. And then one is here.
I'm not angry.
Hell yeah.
This is passion. I love this industry. I fucking love this industry. I'm just telling, I'm watching this. I'm just fucking, what the fuck? How are you in the lead? This is like, I'm telling you, this is the Spurs versus the Knicks. The Spurs are in the lead, up by almost 30. And then they decide to, hey, you know what? We got this. We got this in the bag. We're good. Let's focus on the next game. And then the Knicks come back and win. And this is what I'm seeing from, but instead, it's, I make that analogy, but the institutions weren't that down. And what they were doing is they were hiring our best talent. They're literally hiring the best talent in crypto. That's what they were doing for a few years now, hiring the best, bringing them over, letting them, giving them the resources to create dope-ass products, and then waiting for a particular moment to come in, and that's what they did.
Yeah. And for many years now, they've also been hiring people to come in as advisors and let them know what's been going on and point them in the right direction. Then they get VC arms to go and fund it.
Landy, how many do they? Oh, I can show this. They can't. Like, obviously, I'm not going to show just because, it would be fucked up, right? To ruin a relationship. But they've contacted me. Even at events, when I went to an NFT NYC, Audi representative came up to me. We got to talk. Audi corporate, which is Volkswagen, which owns Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini, Bugatti, like that organization, $1 billion organization, wanted to get into crypto, but then they saw you guys and the way you look, and they said, "Fuck this."
Hold up, that deserves a PFP change. Hold on.
I'm not. Look, I don't want to say that we're cooked. Okay, I don't want to say that we're cooked, but
we're not.
We are in the 9th inning. I'm sorry. Like, this is the 9th inning. And I was about to say 2 outs, but I'll give you we're in the 9th inning. That's how I'm feeling.
I think that Bitcoin's a lot of the space was just outmaneuvered by the institutions.
But that's it. You're cooked.
Yeah.
Landy, you could say outmaneuvered and everything, but once they completely take over, it's over.
It's not. No, I disagree. It's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. But you have to learn to identify discount. No, I know what you're saying.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying, but most of the people here aren't here for the reasons you are.
Okay, are you ready?
Or I am.
When I say that it's over, this is what I mean, but it's over. if you wanted to create a product here, because you have plenty of tools to do so, right, Landy?
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to create a product, forget about it because the institutions are going to take care of that. Your product will do nothing here. You'll have maybe 1 out of 100,000 people that try to create something in crypto, they'll win out somehow.
Yeah, but this is where
They'll be bought out too.
for the past 5 to 6 years, what people that are creating product here have been doing is they've been building product with the sole purpose of being acquired by the institutions. So it was over a long time ago when they started just purely building product
There
to
are
get
people,
bought. Yeah,
but there
because
are
they're
people
just
that,
building. They're basically MVPing
yeah,
so that they
100%.
can actually get gobbled up by an institution. And
Okay, I
that's
agree with you on that.
a long
But there
time.
are people that build here not to get acquired,
Sure.
but that's over. Like I think that honestly, that's over. It's that's coming to an end.
I think
Let me ask you a
I actually
question,
take the
Andy.
opposite view. I think we're
Why,
gonna have
why?
a cypherpunk revolution.
Let me ask you a question. If I go ahead and build out a blockchain right now, right, and for specific purposes to go ahead to get out of this industry, where you can use whatever I develop, it's out, it works in within and outside of it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to have a lot of money.
Well, that's why almost all of these blockchains are targeting institutions. It's why all of these projects have been building out with the goal of being acquired by institutions and or just proving their talent so that they could get hired by those institutions. We saw a lot of that. And with the I honestly think that as this begins to speed up, we will have a groundswell, a grassroots movement of the cypherpunk values coming back in earnest. I really do think that that is what will revive the institutionalization of blockchain will revive the cypherpunk movement
And how does that happen when nobody wants to work together?
because the wider space might not want to work together because it's all PvP, but there are enough people with enough money, clout, and resources and development expertise that will revive this. I know this for a fact. They're
Okay,
going to
which,
revive the
you know
narrative.
what? I'm not against this, by the way. This is more of like if that happens, this is more up my alley.
Hmm.
So, but I'm also looking at it like, man, like I, c- I'll work with anybody even if we don't see eye to eye. But there are a lot of people that their egos are like here, and you're gonna need the entire trench. I'm talking about the entire industry to come together to battle this. But you know what? If Robinhood comes to you tomorrow and says, you know what, I'm gonna offer you $500,000 a year. I'm buying. I'm gonna buy. Hypothetically speaking, somebody who has like my kind of show, will buy it for $1.5 million. We'll give you a salary as well, $500,000 a year plus options. You know how
I
many
mean,
people are gone?
most are going to take that. And most
That's
are
it.
here to do that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Most are actually that is the actual goal.
But then you become the mouthpiece for the institutional player.
But they've already done that for many, many
I
years.
get it. But now
Most of the
you
people
really
who
become.
built their brand on Bitcoin were never really Bitcoiners. They got their start in Bitcoin and built their brand with Bitcoin, but at the end of the day, they were building with the goal of making more fiat, getting acquired, and then becoming that mouthpiece and doing those deals for the institutions and connecting people within the industry. I mean, they wanted to position themselves specifically to do those things.
Yeah.
And look, they were successful. They've been very, very successful in doing that. You can't hate people for their success. You might have some misgivings with the switch up in ethos, but you can't hate people for their success in that regard. And look, that is the majority of the space, and that will, I'm telling you right now, that will revive the cypherpunk ethos. That will create an entire cottage industry of builders and developers and community that support this renewal and revival of that ethos, guaranteed. Because once you get the hyper institutionalization of all of it, blockchain, product, cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin, because that's what they're trying to do is productize Bitcoin. That's,
which I
that's
hate.
literally
I
everything
hate
they're
it.
doing with it.
I
Is
fucking can't stand it.
they just want to use it as either a volatility vector, or they want to use it as a backing asset. And realistically, you know, um, you mentioned earlier in the show, you talked a little bit about, kind of the fight that's going on within the Bitcoin community right now on the network side. Well, that's where you have guys like Leonidas and the Dog Army and those that are developing over there. Shout out to LIFO, by the way. um, they're actually building, and they're keeping the cypherpunk ethos alive, and they're getting their own. They're getting their own coming after them. The supposed Bitcoin maximalists that supposedly say they understand the ethos of Bitcoin, that are trying to harpoon them. And it's funny because that conversation then becomes like, "Oh, you're working on behalf of the institutions." No, you're working on behalf of the institutions. And it's like, no. There's some selfish motivations going on at least one side. I know that. We all know who that is. Um, but realistically, the more that this continues to accelerate in terms of institutional adoption and institutional control of product, meaning product launches and platforms and vectors for getting into crypto and holding crypto to the wider market, the more that we are going to see a groundswell of the cypherpunk movement again. I mean, look at radar chat. Like, that is some cypherpunk stuff, utilizing existing technology, and adding to it in a way that facilitates sending and receiving Bitcoin
The
over
problem
Lightning
is,
Network.
at some point, Vic is gonna have to say they're gonna come to him to buy it, and he's gonna have to sell it because then they'll just copycat it and destroy it.
But here's my point behind that, is it's facilitating non-custodial peer-to-peer transfers of Bitcoin. So
I know.
even if they adopt it or buy it or replicate it, then they are sticking in our lane. It's not a wrapped product, or a volatility vector for
No, but
Bitcoin.
if he gets, I'm saying if he gets the user base, right? Like I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure a lot of Bitcoiners are signing up already for Radar Chat, right?
yeah. Well, but
The
my point is,
institutions would rather acquire that.
but if they acquire it, it still sticks to the ethos because that's peer-to-peer transfer of Bitcoin using Lightning Network. That's still cypherpunk as fuck.
No, I'm just saying, like, Vic will have no other choice in my eyes but to make that deal.
But that's the deals that we want. We don't want we don't
You're not
want
getting it.
Bitcoin as
Like,
a backing asset.
no, you're not getting what I'm saying.
No, I do. And what I'm telling you
I'm saying
is
he's gonna have no
that
other choice but to sell the product. He'll make good money. I'm just saying he'll have no other choice but to sell it.
I'm not going to speak for that, but what I will say is, even though that might be something that somebody on an institutional level could copy, or it might be something they could buy, my point to you is it sticks to that cypherpunk ethos, that
I get
direct
that.
peer-to-peer transfer. That is how you backdoor that ethos into the larger institutional ecosystem. Because right now what they're building is the productization. That's not productization. That is a utility.
Once he has, let's say hypothetically, 10,000 to 20,000 people using it, right? Or more. No institution is going to want to, like, they could, but the product's already there, right? They'd want to buy it.
Great. Or they partner.
But he's not going to have a choice because it's kind of like what Zuckerberg does. He gives you an opportunity to sell it to him, and if you don't, he just clones it, and he destroys it.
He either buys it and turns your product into shit, or he clones it and it's shit. Either way, anything that Zuckerberg touches turns to shit. Sorry, Zuck.
And again, I just want to come off. I'm bullish on Radar Chat. I'm bullish on this space of builders, but we don't have a lot of builders left, and they will leave. Like this is like right now, I'm even feeling more so where I can confidently say that I think we're going to see a lot more people leaving. Listen, if they come to me with if Robinhood came to me with a deal to go ahead and have me on their TV network, right?
Mm-hmm. No, you take those deals.
It's like, okay, I got more visibility now. It's the truth. Do I want to? No. But you know what? Hey, you know what? This is where it's going. This is where it's going. That's it.
And that's what will revive all of the.
I made you bearish, but like, I didn't make you bearish. I told you the truth, or at least my personal opinion on what I see happening right now.
We've been talking about this for years, though, man.
Correct.
Like, this is not a new conversation.
Rewind my convos. Rewind the shows. Like, this is not fucking, oh my God. No, I've said consistently, like, this is coming. And I've been yapping away while people laugh at me. I'm like, front run the market. At least when it happens, you'll be ahead of the game. So if I've been yelling this for years, you should have been in front running the market. You would have nothing to worry about. If anything, if you're holding good assets, you're bullish, not bearish. You're bullish on the fact because you know liquidity is going to pour in.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not bearish on that. That's bullish. It's just that it's no longer the people that control anything. It's the fucking people we escape. That's my problem. We ran away from the centralized world only to give the keys back to them. That's what it's fucking amazing. Like, I'm sitting here, it's fucking amazing. You built the goddamn car and you gave it back. Well, you built a really good concept of a fucking car. They took it and they made it drivable. It's like when you see the concept cars at shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
They actually took it and built it.
Yep.
And that's what they did. We built the concept. They took it and built the actual. That's it. So yeah, it's bearish for people that don't hold anything of value. 100%. And maybe you'll get lucky. But it's bullish for people that are ahead of the game, that actually knew how to work their assets with 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, whatever. I don't know. It's going to be people will say I'm a Debbie Downer. I'm not. I wake up in the morning happy as hell, energized always. But how can you say whatever I said today? If you replay the show, how can you say that what I said just now isn't true? Like, how can you deny that this wave is not gonna gobble everything up? Like, and put the keys to the car into their hands. If we talk about the cypherpunk era, like, it was about getting away from the centralized fucking system. It wasn't to kumbaya with these people. Maybe I got it. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe the whole point, the whole thing was to kumbaya with them. Or at least if I think we're going to play, at least if we were going to play with them, okay, then we're on an even playing field here. I only think there's a few of us that are on some sort of playing field with, like the rest aren't. We didn't even, I'm bugging out right now. You know why? Because we didn't even we're 7 to 8% in on crypto in terms of people being here. And this is already happening.
I think that's an aggressive number too, by the way.
Might be lower, right?
Yeah.
So if it's even, so I'm being generous and saying 7 to 8, it could be 5. And now they come in when we all of us, whether you program or not, or you show up every single day, you talk about, we built the foundation and now they're here to drive on it. We built the highway, they're here. Thanks a lot. You go back to work now. Crazy, man. Crazy, absolutely crazy. When to have it in your, have the keys to the fucking car, to have the ball in your hands, bro. Go do your thing, Landy. Much respect to you. Check out Landy at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight as he breaks down the markets. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Landy, I appreciate you coming on as always.
Thanks, David. Much love. Talk to you later.
Follow Landy, ladies and gentlemen. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on TikTok. You already know his handles. Yeah, I'm just disappointed because we 100% we're giving the game away. Again, I'm going to use the Spurs versus the Knicks analogy. If you watch the NBA championship, it's like we're giving everything away to them. That's really it, and that's fucking disappointing. That is fucking disappointing. But you know what? You can still make money with them. That's the thing. If you know where to look and how to trade and how to analyze things, you're gonna make money. Are you gonna make as much money as you did before? Or have the possibility of making the same gains as before? I don't know. Would have been nice to see our products work out. That's what that would have been nice. Our products working. I'll be right back after this commercial break.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Yeah, if you were tuned in here earlier, by the way, we're back on the breakdown Episode 747. Sponsored by Midnight, the title sponsor. Also, Polymarket, the official prediction market sponsor of the Breakdown. Also, Cake Wallet. Shout out to Cake Wallet, and go check out Vic's new product, which is Radar Chat. It's dope. So go check that out. Hopefully we can get somebody on. We had Vic on last week. I want to see if I can get Seth on to go ahead and break shit down from a technical standpoint. What you heard here today, by the way, was just me being super passionate about crypto. I love crypto. I love this industry. Been here for a very long time, watching it grow, and I just feel like I feel like we are very close to seeing all these institutional sons of bitches just take over, and that's it, and that's bottom line. And I just feel like it goes against everything crypto just fucking stands for. So I mean that's just my take. I'm not saying Robinhood can't participate here. It's not what I'm saying, because it's a decentralized space, so anybody can come in here. Anybody can go ahead and participate. You know, institutions buying Bitcoin, they can do so. They're, you know, that's fine. Everybody has the same opportunity. But there has to be something within us to go ahead and say, you know what, this is still our space. Like, we know this space. Like, I probably got really excited today, passionate about this space, because you see what happens with Base App, and you're just like, okay, and there's nothing against Kobe either. It's just like, man, you're giving Kobe the keys, and now Robinhood's like fucking 10 car lengths ahead. And you're asking, you know, an individual to go and try to elevate shit when you're going against a behemoth. Like, Robin is a fucking monster. Like, let's call it for what it is. They are a fucking monster. They have a crowd that has not yet been introduced to crypto. And the way things play on Robinhood's app is just like, it's gamified. It was literally, they brung in therapists and psychiatrists to go ahead and look at the goddamn app to make sure that people are addicted to the goddamn application and make it feel like a game instead of investing. Too many egos. Too many founders that don't understand the culture or lost sight of the culture. I'm telling you, like, I wrote this post today. And I said, hire somebody with a label of head of culture, head of memes. Like, it's just like, get somebody in these positions in your protocols, somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing and they understand it, and watch how everything, like, maybe we do have a chance if that happens. Maybe we make it into an even playing field here. Okay. Yo, listen, what do I know, right? It's like, what do I know? He don't know shit, right? He don't know shit. Even though I've been yelling this for years, he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. Okay, fine, no problem. Look, no problem. You guys want them to control this ecosystem? No problem. No problem. Fuck that pen. Fuck that pen. Fuck that pen. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. For everybody who participated, anybody who's still here, okay? It's what I said I said this earlier in the show. All the people that were here in the beginning. Oh my God, you don't know about David. You don't know what David can do. You've never seen somebody like David. I've seen what he can do. They're no longer around. They're no longer around. They're not visible anymore. They did it for 4 or 5 days. Gonzo. They left. Because they don't understand the game of chess. It's checkers, connect 4 for them. It's not chess. It's not poker. They don't get it. They want instant gratification. And surprisingly, a lot of these motherfuckers have been here for cycles. Cycles. I get it. I didn't endorse anything. I haven't blessed anything. I haven't called anything. I laid out everything. I laid it out. I said, this is how I see shit winning. And I laid it out. If things were to work and we are supposed to make some sort of, this is the only way that I see it working. That's all I laid out. If I'm bull posting harder than you, there's a problem. It's a problem. What did I say? Chart goes down, the mood changes. Oh, I don't know about this brick by brick situation. I don't know. This doesn't look good. I don't know what I'm doing here. Imagine being sidelined. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. But you can always say, hey, man. You can always say, hey, man. I was a part of a movement. I was a part of something. On that note, I got calls to attend to. I love you guys. I truly love you guys. Thank you for showing up to the show. I can see you guys. The algorithm now works. Hopefully it gets better. And I can see all my people. And I can lead my people to the promised land like Moses did. Let my people go. Respect to the real bag workers. Respect to the real bull posters. Respect to the real ones. Respect. Much respect to the real ones. Win, lose, or draw, you see, at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw. I rather try my best than not try. And that's it. I'd rather try my best than not try at all. And that's really how I live life. Not you're guaranteed an opportunity in life, but that does not mean that you're guaranteed a win. But if you work hard enough, you put it out there all on the fucking line. If you don't got a plan A, B, or C, and you just stick to plan A, because only losers got plan B's and C's and D's. You just stick to your plan A and you adjust and you keep going. I believe, because I've seen it within me, that even if you fall and you continue to get the fuck up and you continue to crawl, you will fucking win. You will win. The journey's hard. Climbing the mountain is hard. It's horrible. It's cold. Your hands are ripping. But as soon as you get to the fucking top of the mountain, it's a beautiful fucking sight. 99% of the time as you're grinding away, it is brutal. The doors are closed. Your friends aren't your friends anymore. Nobody's cheering you on. It's lonely. It's uncomfortable. But if you make it, because 99% of the time you're going through it, but that 1%,
For that 1%, that moment is enjoyable. Because you fucking did it. You did it. Even when you doubted yourself, at times, you did it. You stuck to the plan. You didn't jump ship. You didn't leave. You stuck to it. You stuck to it, and you deserve to enjoy that moment. Don't be a bunch of sheep. Be a leader. And this is what I keep talking about. To anybody that I encounter, lead. Don't wait for somebody, lead. Do it. Make people, inspire people to get the fuck up and say, you know what? I want to lead also. I also want to get up and the energy is so infectious that everybody, even people that feel like they're like a bunch of losers, that they get the fuck up and they say, you know what? I can do this. I can do this 100%. Make that energy so infectious that people fucking get up and then they rally everybody. And then you have this infectious energy that is just oozing off of everybody. And everybody's inspired to do fucking great things. Like greatness is what you want to achieve. Why are you even here? God has granted you another fucking day. Like, what do you do? Something incredible. It's in your hands. Fuck everybody else. Fuck me. It is about you. Become one cohesive working unit and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Watch. You'd be amazed at what happens. Use fear. Use fear. I know, like a lot of you guys, you're scared. You have fear that stops you from doing things. Fear should make you do more things. Right? The cliche, if it was easy, everybody, like, no, it's not easy. Shit ain't easy. Life ain't easy. Life ain't easy. Nothing's given to nobody. Unless you're born in the lucky sperm club, life ain't given to you, man. Like, nothing's given to you. Life is given to you. Nothing else is given to you. Just fucking win. Like, win. There are people that are laying on their deathbed that are still, they're fighting. There's fight. There is absolute fight in them. Like, it's, I watch older people. Older people inspire me. They're out there still fucking walking, still exercising in their 80s. They're doing everything possible to stay here. God bless my grandmother, man. My grandmother's an inspiration to me. 90 years old. She has one kidney. And she will fucking run circles around you. Somebody who's supposed to be technically tired isn't tired. It's little things. When you do the little things in life, everything else works. When you do the little things in life and you don't do shortcuts, everything works. When you actually lift your ass up, okay, and you do something, instead of ordering Uber Eats, how about walking to the store? When you do these little things, you change. You work out every day, you change. A lot of you guys stop working out because you don't see the aesthetics.
Aesthetically, you look in the mirror. Where are my muscles? Where are my cubes? No, already internally, you're healing. You're looking better internally. The aesthetics will come. You'll see it. People give up. I don't see the cubes in 3 days. I'm done. I'm gone. I'm not working out anymore. I feel sore. I'm hurting. My arms hurt. My biceps are like, this is painful. And that's why a lot of people give up. They don't see the physical external progress. It's hurting as well at the same time. I give a fuck this. I'll get on Ozempic. Somebody said even Joe Biden used to ride bikes. Yeah. Even Joe Biden rode a bike. And even though he fell sideways, something I've never seen in my life, I've never seen somebody stop and fall sideways off a bicycle. He still got up and rode that bicycle. Determined. You know, whether you like Trump or not, I'll say this one thing about Trump. Everything was thrown at Trump. Everything. When he was running for real, for the third time, when he was running, everything. You had people trying to assassinate Trump, which is crazy. Everything. The weaponization of the legal system against Trump. Everything. Whether you like him or not, everything thrown at this man. And what did he do? Became the president of the United States of America. Where people, even the Republican Party, gave him no chance and they wanted a new voice. Here comes Trump, and he makes the biggest comeback in American history. One of the biggest comebacks. Democrat or Republican, I don't care what side you're on. It's one of the biggest comebacks of all time. Whether you like him or not. What's stopping you? Like that my biggest thing is what's stopping you? And that's how I'm going to leave you off with. All right. I got a meeting. I'm out.